What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Can We Get That in Vertical, the podcast brought to you by Creative Cult. Aaron and Brock back at it again with you for another episode. Brock, how we doing?
Mate, I am cheery as ever on a Thursday. Just loving life and looking forward to our chat. Just about everything that we love so much. We were heard saying in the office just this week, this should be what we talk about on the podcast today.
Did we remember it?
We did not remember it at all. We don't take notes. We bought
Strictly
some new gear.
No notes taking.
We bought some new gear.
Yeah, we bought some new gear. Yeah.
And we thought it was amazing, and we felt maybe we should mic ourselves up in the office a little more. So
it was the new DJI mic 2.
Talk about the product. It's great.
I mean, yeah,
give them a pump.
It's the wireless microphone system from DJI, and the things just work incredible. It's wireless. We bought the pack where it's like you get the receiver and 2 microphones, so we can have 2 people mic'd up straight out of the box. The battery life is insane, like 15 hours on a single charge. It's chargeable, comes in a chargeable case. It can record internally, just in the microphone itself. It can go to your phone. It's got phone adapters included, and it's also you can hook it up to your camera. So I just used it on a job this week, and it was brilliant.
DJI, if you want to reach out and sponsor the podcast, feel free.
Yeah.
We will
love to
pump your gear more.
Yeah. Hook us up. Yeah, I mean, speaking of that shoot, should we talk about the shoot straight up? Just like a little lesson that we...
Yeah, just something that's kind of popped up. It's something that's popped up quite a bit over the 3 years we've been in business now. 3 years? 3 and a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And just regarding client work and I suppose getting gun shy at the last moment. Where... Yeah, I'll let you explain it.
Yeah, so... And like it's funny because it's like it's happened. It happened to Brock this week as well on his entertainment agency side, and then also happened with us on Cult, where the client reaches out and they love what you do. They've come to you specifically because you look like the kind of business that can deliver what they want, which is great. And then you talk over the strategy, the brief, what you can do. You quote it all up. And then at the last minute, they're just like, actually, no, we actually don't have that much money, and so let's just scale back everything.
Yeah, and this isn't one as well. Like, sorry, like just to add a bit of flavor in here as well. There, it's not one that like you're negotiating with. It's literally like this is signed, sealed, delivered, and then as that's delivered, everything's been agreed upon, and then at the last stage, it's like, hang on, nah, we've changed our mind. We don't want to spend that much money.
And yeah, it's like, and it sucks because like in your head, you're like already, I mean, especially like for me, I guess like in my mind, I had a vision of like what the shoot was going to look like and
grandeur.
had grand plans for it. And then all of a sudden it was like, no, sorry. And I nearly didn't take the job because I was like, this is kind of below what we normally do, but we took it and, we delivered.
Over-delivered.
I think a great product. Yeah, over-delivered for the price, but yeah, just kind of it's just funny how you just kind of get to that stage where it's like, less than 24 hours before things are happening. Like it would have been 12 maybe 6 hours before the call time for the shoot. It was, hey, we now don't have the budget that we initially discussed. Let's scale it all back. So, wild.
And it only can cause confusion as well with like throughout the job. Yeah. Like it these kind of things as well as like the scope that they're looking at never usually gets relayed down the pipe as well. So it always ends up in a bit of a mess, whether it's entertainment, whether it's a shoot. So it's kind of like everyone's hoping for this certain type of product and then it gets scaled back really quickly. And then we're all showing up at the jobs and it's like, no, that's not happening anymore. Sorry.
Mm.
And it's
Yeah.
like instead of delivering this amazing product that you'd hoped, it's kind of like you're still delivering something great, but it just could be 10 times better. I suppose kind of like the lesson there is like trust your gut in the first place. Sometimes that extra $500, that extra $1,000, like, are you going to go out of business if you spend that? I don't think so. Like, just if you thought about it in the first place and you agreed upon it, and this isn't like, we're not saying don't shirk your responsibilities kind of vibes. Like, it's not that. It's like when you talk with someone like ourselves, that you're spending the time to get to know you, to get to know your business, to get to know what you're looking for in your heart of hearts. And we spend that time doing that with you to like get you to a place that is a product, not to oversell you, but something that you want. So like to then backtrack over it, you're really just letting yourself down more than anything in a place where you could have had all of the things you want. In this case, there would have been at least 20 other deliverables, that they could have used or like cut down from, etc. But it's like, there's no, it ends up just being one and a couple of pictures. And it's like, okay, well, was that worth it for you guys?
We hope so. We hope
so. Fun. Yeah. I mean, it's still amazing. You still did an amazing video. So well done. Well done, Az.
Thank you. You know what would have been better if on the shoot I was wearing an Apple Vision Pro and I was shooting with that. How good sharing. Does the Apple Vision Pro look?
We have been non-stop sending.
I'm all in.
Yeah, we've been non-stop sending videos of people using the Pro, like at least 2 or 3 a day to each other.
Yeah.
Where I think it's going to be really interesting for our industry is already I've seen a couple of shooters using it where it's like connected to your Pro and the live shots are coming up. So you're at a shoot, whether it be taking content, whether it be shooting a person, like a fashion photographer, you're literally live shooting it. And instead of having to turn around, go back and look at the monitor, instead of having to check your shot list again, it's all.
It's just
you just
all
look
there
to the left,
you
just look to the right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like an example of like this guy who's like shooting in a studio and he's got the monitor where the photos are like live showing up. He's got that up the top. He's got like the shot list to his right.
Instructional video.
Funnily enough, he's got like an instructional video on like how to shoot models or something playing on YouTube on the left. But just the fact that those like live photos are coming up, like, and he can just like increase the size and just go through them is pretty cool.
Yeah, so I think there's going to be a lot of real life use cases. I mean, is it going to feel weird wearing them around? 100%. But from what we've heard as well is like people are kind of getting immersed really quickly once they're using them. So, I mean, the only people that are going to feel weird is the people looking at you.
There's so much content. There's so much content of like people walking around using them. Like I think the normality of someone wearing one of those headsets, I think will die down quite quickly. Like I was reading some posts about people, when the AirPods first came out, people were like, you guys look like idiots with your AirPods in your ears, like headphones that don't have cables. You guys look like fucking stupid.
I remember that. Jesus, I'd forgotten.
Yeah. And now it's just like AirPods are an accessory.
Everyone's got AirPods.
They're a fashion statement as well as, functional. So it'd be interesting to see how long it takes for the Vision Pro to be normalized.
Well, have you seen the rise of Loop as well? Like there's noise cancellation, just pure noise cancellation headphones that look like AirPods. And they're just there because people that live in cities or, like at train station, like just anything where like it's super loud and they just don't want to be involved in that and they just want a crisper sound. They're becoming super popular now because of noise pollution. So how funny is that? Literally, inside the last decade, AirPods were garbage and stupid for people to wear. Now everyone wears them, and it's AirPods. I mean, what am I talking about? The Vision Pro. Give it a decade. It could be
AirPods are 2016. So less 8 years.
Yeah, well, really, it was only like the first. I think it was like by the second year, it was like, oh, you're an idiot. And then that went over. That stopped really quickly when someone realized how. I think by the third iteration, because then they were actually good. The first couple of iterations were terrible. Indeed.
What else you got? Mr. Beast posted on X?
Yeah, there's a few things on video I'd love to chat about. I mean, obviously, we spoke a little bit on our other podcast about UMG's recent removal of all artists from TikTok, which has been obviously taking up the news. So if you know what UMG is, Universal Music Group, they own 70% of the market of music. So think of your Drakes, your Billie Eilish's, those kind of vibes, Taylor Swift. That like pushed to the side. At the same time, TikTok's been releasing to certain creators the ability to post what are they, horizontal videos? Is that the word I'm looking for?
You could always post horizontal videos,
but now
they're pushing horizontal videos, and I think there's like a time limit, like longer than
30
minutes or 3 minutes or something. 30 minutes. Wild.
So yeah, it's not unlocked for everyone. It's only unlocked for a certain amount of creators because they want to test it. They don't want to go all in and then look like idiots. So they're just trying to get. And so everyone, yeah, as you said, everyone can upload horizontal videos, but these certain creators, you'll be able to actually turn your phone to the side and watch a full video. They're obviously trying to just get because the amount of podcasters that post on TikTok to get audience. If they could then have the podcast on there as well. So like imagine having your short on TikTok and they click a link in your short that goes to the next video. That's the actual podcast on the platform and they never leave it. That's where they're trying to go because they know they already have that audience. So it's like just trying to marry it up. And in the same breath, Elon Musk has basically said he wants to go to a video first platform for X. I don't know whether that's going to work, seeing it's been a text-only platform and a short text-only platform literally 24 months ago. They only just started increasing the amount of text you could post on Twitter, which is now X. And recently, Mr. Beast who is like obviously the number one creator on YouTube, went over to X, posted his first video and made, I think, like $250K from the creator fund on X. So there is money to be made, and I follow a lot of creators as well that are making money from the creative fund on X that don't,
did you see that
50 to 100K followers?
Did you see that on the Mr. Beast video though, that like sponsors were buying ads on his video?
Yeah. So this money is big, but Mr. Beast came out and said that he feels it's been inflated because of, that it was a moment for X, like as in Mr. Beast literally coming across on another platform and posting a video. That was massive for the platform. So a lot of people went into a frenzy for that over that 24, 48 hours and were buying ad spots on his post, which you can do on X, which is actually pretty cool as far as ad buying on a platform. I think they're the only ones that do that. So, again, this is the kind of like Elon, we always think he's crazy, but he's always doing stuff that ends up working in the long run. So, could X overtake all other platforms as the video platform? Who knows? But
that's his goal, right? With X, it's like the all-in-one app that has everything there. So interesting. We will see.
But yeah, that's all I want to talk about on video.
Cool. Anyone that you're watching this week that you love? Any creators that you've been binging or enjoying?
I think the biggest thing I've been watching is really the loss of music on the platform. So I think I showed you an interesting stat. So what's happening with creators on TikTok at the moment is they're poking fun at it essentially, and they're finding royalty-free songs on the platform and blowing them up and doing just like, so I think, what's it called? Fluffy Duck. I've got a screenshot over here. If you can give me 2 seconds, I'll try and find it. But yeah, that's watching the creators that usually do these sick like choreo dances on TikTok, blowing up songs that just don't make any sense. No, I'm not going to be able to.
I think I saw Baby No Money posting about like edamame.
He did a
Edamame
remix.
was
his
gone,
own
and he
remix
did
of
a
it.
remix. Yeah.
That was cool. Like, there's this little. That's what I've been loving at the moment. Is just like these really weird. Like, it's been a weird week, basically, of just stuff going on the platform, and just kind of like really, really exciting, because it's an interesting change, seeing so much stuff happening all at once. Like, you're thinking about that, like what we just talked about, video first on X, TikTok's trying to go after YouTube. You know, like the amount of change that's happening all at once, like that. And they say this, like this is kind of going off subject, but it's like something that happens with the universe and like how humans work. It's like stuff happens quickly, but what happens is it multiplies on itself. So like stuff that happened in 50 years ends up happening in 25 years, ends up happening in 12 years. So eventually the human race will be just moving so fast that, you know, it'll be at a blinding speed, and that it feels like we're starting in our lifetime, it's starting to reach a blistering pace in essence, whereas you kind of like, whoa, is this actually all happening? Oh, here we go. Fluffing a duck, Kevin McLeod. And it was at 272 2 days ago. I'll go on TikTok now. Fluffing a duck song. It is now at 500K. So it's been doing 100, 150K a day. Whoever made that royalty-free song is kicking himself. Kevin McLeod is now could have been a wealthy man.
So good. Alrighty, that's that for this week. Make sure to rate, review, spread this episode with a friend that you think might enjoy it. Make sure to follow us at CreativeColAU on Instagram, and we will catch you on the next episode.